everyone. My name is Alicia Hill. I'm the founder of Vitae, a sustainable women's clothing brand. On this video, I am giving a review for the latest Netflix documentary entitled Buy Now, which is a documentary that highlights the negative effects of the fashion industry, electronics, etc. This documentary is right on brand with my overall mission and purpose. So I figure, why not do a review so that you all can watch as well and learn a lot of valuable information. So for this review, I'm going to split the video up into 3 parts. I'm going to give an overall overview of the movie. I'm going to highlight some of the characters that were in the documentary, and then I will conclude with my takeaways from the documentary. So let's dive in. The movie Buy Now is about shining a light on the downside of different industries that pollute the environment. The video does a great job of breaking down each industry. They highlight Amazon, fast fashion, technology, even down to what we purchase in our grocery stores, just the waste that is produced from products. I love how the documentary hired cast members that had actual experience working for these larger corporations and were able to share and shine a light on the negative effects of pollution and where our waste actually goes. So I've spoken on this in my other videos as well, but when things are out of sight, they're out of mind. We don't really understand the negative effects of pollution because we don't see it. It's not in our face. So it's kind of like this ignorance is bliss feel. But the Buy Now documentary showed where our waste goes, our clothing waste, our plastic waste, electronic waste. Even when we think we are recycling or doing the correct thing, some of the larger corporations aren't holding true to their promises. So there's definitely a discrepancy there that hopefully this video is bringing awareness to. I enjoyed how informative this documentary was. Of course, I know a lot about the pollution in the fashion industry because that is my specific area of expertise, but I enjoyed learning about the technology pollution. I really had no idea where that waste goes. I was always under the impression that electronics were being broken down and you could reuse the parts into our newer tech, but apparently that's just getting trashed and dumped as well, which is very alarming because technology leaks a lot of chemicals into the atmosphere, into the water, into the soil. So it's just really harmful. It's all very harmful, but definitely with electronics, there has to be a better way out there. Overall, I enjoyed the flow and the storytelling of the documentary. I was engaged throughout the whole movie. I enjoyed learning about each of the cast members and their role in these larger corporations and what was a turning point for them in regards to making the switch or just identifying that there's a problem and we need to start looking for a solution, or there needs to be some type of accountability for the larger corporations that are contributing to such a influx of waste. A big takeaway from the overall movie, it made me think because I can understand from multiple points of views on why things are the way that they are. It would be very biased of me just to point the finger at big corps and say, this is horrible, nobody shop with them anymore. Like, let's boycott all the big corporations because of what goes on behind the scenes. I can't say that. Being a business owner myself, I understand that you go into business with the anticipation of turning over a profit. That's the whole point of being in business. And each year you have goals and you want to maximize your profits and increase your sales from the previous year. Most of the times with documentaries, you are being swayed in one direction. So you see all the negative effects of one particular topic and you don't see the good side of it, because there is the anticipation of swaying you one way or the other. But I'm able to look at the documentary from multiple angles. Amazon was a huge topic in the movie. And although, yes, as consumers, we're being studied, I have a certification in digital marketing, so I understand the analytical side behind it of what makes people purchase. We are being studied, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. We need that information in order to create a better buying experience for the customer. So I totally get that. I'm not knocking that at all. And just to add with Amazon, I don't think Amazon is a horrible company. I think they have changed the game in terms of delivering products to people. They definitely solve problems. Amazon solved a huge problem in my life during the pandemic. I was living in New York City, which was the war zone for COVID. And I was unable to go to the grocery store to purchase groceries. And that's when I subscribed to a Prime membership so I could order my groceries and have them delivered to my apartment. So I don't know what I would have personally done without Amazon during that time. So I don't want to just bash a company and say, like, don't shop with them anymore because this is what they're doing. I think this documentary did a great job of highlighting a problem, but the great thing about when we have problems, that leaves room for finding a solution. We can all point out problems all day, but what are we gonna do to fix it? What's the answer? I think that's where we should be channeling our focus to. Okay, this is a problem, how do we fix it? How do we find a way to balance the scale where you can still make money, but not harm the environment at the same time, or have different practices in place that are not so polluting or harmful? Now, my level of expertise is in the fashion arena only, but I am able to think outside the box. But this is where collectively, as a group of people, no matter what industry you're in, we could all think of ways to solve the problem. There's always a solution. Everything we need is here on Earth. There's nothing falling from the sky. So any invention that we have to this day predates thousands of years before it was ever invented. Nothing fell from the sky. All of our resources are here. So yes, there is a major problem right now, but there's also a solution. And that's where we, the people, can get creative and start finding that solution. And like I said, as a business owner, I totally understand you're in business to make money. So we need to find a way where we can still make money, but not harm the planet. Balance. Balance is key. And that's just my 2 cents. So I definitely think you should watch the documentary, even if you're not a quote unquote eco-friendly person. I think it's very informative just to know what's really going on. So yeah, I hope you guys watched the video, and thank you for tuning in to my review of Buy Now that is streaming currently on Netflix. Let me know what you think in the comments. I would love to just start the dialogue or the conversation and just hear from you guys. What were your thoughts on the movie, or maybe even some possible solutions? I don't know, get creative. Whatever you want to share in the comments, I would love to hear from you. So thanks guys. Once again, Alicia Hill, founder of Vitae, a sustainable women's clothing brand. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.